Hola, ¿qué tal todos? Profesor Pablo, Sentence Starters, Lesson 63, 63, to live. We have 5 in red. I live. Vivo en, I live in or at. Vives en, vive en, vivimos en, viven en. Always, there are 5 conjugations. The first one is I, the second is you familiar, the third one is he, she, or it, or usted, you formal. The fourth one is we, and the last one is the en factor, ending in en. It's always they or you plural. Let's look at our vocabulary, our suggestions. La ciudad de Charleston, that could be la ciudad de, any name of the city, to say what city you live in. Michigan, any state. Un pueblo pequeño, a small town. Nueva York, New York. La playa, the beach. El desierto, the desert. El estado de, the state of, plug in the state. Las Vegas, esta ciudad, this city. Los Estados Unidos, the United States. Barcelona, España. Barcelona, Spain. Las montañas, the mountains. En el centro de la ciudad, the downtown. And en la ciudad de, in the city of. All right, let's look at our verb conjugations. We have the present tense of vivir, like we have in red. Vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, and viven. We have the verb number 4, past preterite. Viví, viviste, vivió, vivimos, vivieron. You would use the past preterite once again to define an amount of time, a definite amount of time in the past. Like I lived somewhere for a year, or we lived at the beach for 5 years, or she lived at the beach for the entire summer. You would use the past preterite. Not listed is the imperfect of vivir, the past imperfect, verb number 5, but that would be vivía, vivías, vivía, vivíamos, and vivían. You would use the past imperfect to say that you used to live somewhere, or when you graduated from college, you were living in Colorado. Vivía en Colorado when you graduated from college. Let's look at our examples. I live in the state of Colorado. Vivo en el estado de Colorado. My uncle lives in New York. Mi tío vive en Nueva York. My sister lives in Colorado. Mi hermana vive en Colorado. Where do you live? ¿Dónde vive usted? Where do you live? ¿Dónde vives tú? Where do you guys live? ¿Dónde viven ustedes? Where does Ana live? ¿Dónde vive Ana? I lived 2 years in Texas. See, you're saying you lived, but you're defining the amount of time, 2 years. That's why we use the preterite. Viví 2 años en Texas. My sister lived in Hawaii for 1 year. Definite amount of time, preterite. Mi hermana vivió en Hawaii por un año. I want to live close to work. Here's the infinitive form. Quiero vivir cerca del trabajo. You could also take necesito. Again, take all the information from your prior lessons. These are examples. These are not definites. There are a million ways of using vivir. As an infinitive, like just now, I need to live in the city. Necesito vivir en la ciudad. We are going to live there for a summer. Vamos a vivir allí por un verano. My brother is living in Colorado. Mi hermano está viviendo en Colorado. So living is viviendo. You could say, I'm living in California. Estoy viviendo en California. All you need to know is viviendo is living, ing, living. You know estar, estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. My dad's living in Texas. Mi papá está viviendo en Texas. My mom is living in Michigan. Mi mamá está viviendo en Michigan. I'm living in Arizona. Yo estoy viviendo en Arizona. So you can see the possibilities, again, are infinite. Let's just make sure you know the verb to live. Vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, viven. The past preterite, viví, viviste, vivió, vivimos, vivieron. When would you use the past preterite with vivir? Saying that you live somewhere and you define the amount of time. When would you use verb number 5, past imperfect? Vivía, vivías, vivía, vivíamos, vivían. When you say you used to live somewhere, antes vivía en Montana. Before, I used to live in Montana. Or you could say, like, when I graduated from high school, cuando me gradué de la escuela secundaria, I was living in Oregon. Vivía en Oregon. So vivo is I'm living. Viví, I lived for a definite amount of time. Vivía, I was living or I used to live. And remember, you've got the infinitive. I need to live. Necesito vivir. I want to live. Quiero vivir. And also we have viviendo, living with estar. Estoy viviendo en California. Mi papá está viviendo en el estado de Maine, in the state of Maine. All right, there you go. You've got it. Vivir, to live. Lesson 63. Put a check mark down. We're out of here. Hasta la próxima lección. Gracias por escuchar. This is your Profesor Pablo signing off. Cambio fuera.